EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Prime Time contest between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. They're on the visiting sideline. Head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. These guys coming in refreshed after that early season bye. On the opposing sideline, head coach of the Commanders, Dan Quinn. His guys no doubt happy to be back home after they took the loss on the road last week. Glad to have you with us, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call. That is punter Jack Fox with the honors here. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. Takes out a one-stop. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And leading them as he always does, the quarterback seeking his 4th consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a 4th Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Into the hands of OBJ. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. To the air, Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's running for it. And he works this to the 38 before going there. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. Straight ahead with Williams. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call and take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Throwing deep for the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Williams. He can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, 2.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Buckets, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Running forward with Dobbins. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, found the end zone as a result.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Katie certainly produced a lot of highlights last week, but he gave the defense a couple as well on those interceptions. And I don't care how many touchdowns the quarterback can throw in a game, you turn it over a couple times at a loss, put your defense out there a few more times, those moments you remember. And what should really be driving him to get the win this week.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll be back near the line to limit the game to a yard. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
Now Love on the play fake. Brought in right side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Love from the gun. Got his man. This is McMillan. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Jukes one defender. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Devontae Maddox up for that tackle. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 44-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. Gets this to fade. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line of gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
The sneak, it's long. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stuck him at the line. No gain. Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The keeper here for Love. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Back at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Bucket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Jack Fox getting the call here to punt on 4th down. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Throwing is Mahomes. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Brings up second down at the 13-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing third and long. Here's Mahomes now. Catch made by Cooks. And he's brought down. They'll spot this one right at the 20.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Commanders and Jordan Love set to take over again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers. And if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
Throwing the out route complete. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bowler like him that creates space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down. It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Chicago getting set to take the field down. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down, Bears.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now. Here's Mahomes on a sneak. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain. Ball on the 45. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Chase Young on the tackle. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chicago.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They stay on the ground with Williams. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Third and long for him here. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
6 yards.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Madden on the coverage.
Back to the air. Love. Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now. Love now on first and 10. He finds fans. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's second and inches. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. The defense attacked to deny the marker, and now a chance at a stand here with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
There's Love to throw. This connects with Higgins. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
5-yard gain on the play.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Washington first down.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. Having gained up about a handful there. Benjamin St. Just getting the stop against the team who drafted him. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. He just throws this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the air with Love. He sends this one to the end zone. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
They're turning it from the 4. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense showing trips out wide as they get set for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Love now off the play action. Throw deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Hits him on the out route. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
14 yards. And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10.
The gift to Jacobs on the inside handoff. They're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Going run again with Jacobs. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
We get the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders with some work to do, trailing in this game. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun now for Love. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to work it to the 20. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Handoff here to Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Love out of the shotgun. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Love from the gun. He gets it to Fant. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Fox now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. From the 24 once again, it's second and 10.
Coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing is Mahomes. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. Starts his return from the 23. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10. Love now to throw. Short pass brought in. It's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
From the 47. Going the out route complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they are unable to double their lead.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
One last play before the break. The final throw before the break. Completed left side to Smith. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. The gun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
That's good. Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to have about 2. It's second down now.
He was brought down by Taylor Rapp. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the option, it's Jacobs. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. He got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here's 2nd and 14. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
That's good for a Washington first down.
Love looking to pass. It's his running back. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 47-yard.
Jacobs running behind center. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Throwing his love on third. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play.
Here's a gift to Jacobs. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stop that run before it could get going.
Finds Jacobs here underneath. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Brings up 3rd and
He takes the handoff now low. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Offense to the line. Again, trips right to start out. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
it's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Third down, it's Mahomes. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. They'll bring out the punter here. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Commanders and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. That's him on a quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Big throw out wide by Love. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He is down to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Washington first down. First and 10.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Love out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. Finds him over the middle. And gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's another Washington. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Thrown on first down. Love. Steps up and he's running with it.
Holding. Offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Love from the gun. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
A gain of 15. Brings up 2nd down.
They run it with Jacobs. He scraped together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. Looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He's going to have them up to that 23. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First down, Bears.
All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. They'll come up First and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
That one's complete over the middle. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw, Mahomes. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He takes it himself. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Draw play, this is Williams. I wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 48. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And he goes down a little short of the 40. Right, he's gone 8 plays now as they face third and 3.
Pickup on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop, I'm going to say about the 37-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Williams now on first and 10. Escapes a defender. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down.
Another run for Williams. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
They
second.
stay on the ground with Williams. Jupiter defender. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First down, Chicago.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he comes through big here. 9 yards and second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears take a fourth-quarter lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears take a 4-point lead.
14. Commanders 10.
Here's Riker set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Play action. Love. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
That's good for a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up first and 10 from the 40. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Going run again with Jacobs. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Shotgun now for Love. The throw is caught. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it first and goal.
That's good for a Washington first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And it's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a fourth-quarter lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 3.
Bears 14.
Fox now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive. On these first and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turns to give the ball, the entire defense keeps crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but across the line there, that is the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Back to throw it. Gets this to OBJ. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
And on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
brought down before the return gets far. The Commanders and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. To the air with Love. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the
2nd down, Jacobs. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
The tackle by Derwin James. It's a gain of 5.
He's back to throw. He's got some luck. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders only up by a few. Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. This will be from 52 yards. Got all of it, and this is good. And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
As much as that can help them breathe just a little easier on the scoreboard, it doesn't take away now any of the tension this defense is feeling. They're going to need to step up, come through with a stop right here.
As this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears about set for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here he is to throw. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he's brought down after a short gain.
4 yards.
Back to throw.
2nd and 6.
Fits it through the middle. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
He'll look to throw it. That's him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
And the Bears.
And they spike the football as we get down under 50 seconds to play. The clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. Motioning the tight end left. 2nd and 10 now. He finds OBJ. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Play action, Mahomes. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
To throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. Down by 6, no choice but to go for this. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's Baltimore to catch outright. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Commanders set to take over. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
A few things here, Kate's, keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.